guys, I am Harry Potter YouTuber Victoria-Maclean and welcome back to my channel. Now, welcome back to, or should I say welcome to, okay, let me start again. Hi, I'm Victoria-Maclean and this is episode 2 of Breaking News with Victoria-Maclean. And I will be talking all about the Harry Potter TV series. Now, first of all, I am in a bit of a Honeydukes, kind of like a way today, except if you notice, that is nothing to do with Honeydukes. My beautiful baby girl worked on the new Little Mermaid film. We went to see it a week ago on Sunday, so we saw it, was it the 6th of May? No, 12th of May. 12th of May, sorry, 12th of, oh my god, 12th of May. I'm just, that's 12th of May we went to go and see it in Leicester Square in London, the day before the UK premiere, shall I say. And bless her, she knows how much I am a massive Little Mermaid fan, and she bought me the new, this is a sterling silver gold plated Ursula shell necklace with beautiful purple crystals from Very, and she bought it as a surprise for me. How beautiful is that? So I'm wearing a little bit of Disney, the a little Bertie Bott's and a Honeydukes necklace as well. So in kind of celebration of Honeydukes, I am using George Weasley's interactive wand from Universal Orlando, Florida. This is actually I don't have Freds and I should have Freds, but this is the only kind of thing I can think of that kind of connects to Honeydukes, because Fred and George gave Harry the Marauders map that led from the One-Eyed Witch passageway down to Honeydukes cellar. So that's why I picked up this interactive one today. But as I always say, I'm going to put it back before I break it. Now today is going to be an update on the Harry Potter TV series, but I know you guys love this part of my videos, so I am going to get straight into it. I actually have my reading glasses for today. I can't see a blooming thing on the screen because they're reading. Oh, look at that. I look very kind of McGonagall. But I can see the book really, really well. So we're going to read from Harry Potter, A Magical Year by Jim Kay to find out what's happening today in the Wizarding World. So we're going back in time with this one. Petunia says there isn't a Hogwarts. It is real, isn't it? It is real, said Snape. Not for her, but we'll get the letter, you and me. Really? Whispered Lily. Definitely, said Snape. Harry Potter and the Deathly Hallows, Chapter 33, The Prince's Tale. Oh, that's one of my favourite books, that one. I have read the last couple of chapters multiple times of that book, because I think it's after Mrs. Weasley says, "Get away from my daughter, you beep." I think that from then on, when they just kind of come together, you've got the Dumbledore, you've got the Order of the Phoenix who turn up to fight Voldemort and obviously all his lackeys, and it's just so amazing to read from that point on. So I've read it multiple times. It's brilliant. However, the one thing I don't really like about the Deathly Hallows book is there's a lot of kind of letters and news articles and things that you have to read. I'm not really a big reader when it comes to those. So I did try skimming them, but there were so many of them. So today I have my list of things I want to talk about. Now, there isn't really that much official that has been updated over the last so many weeks, but I have kind of come across some items that maybe I would really like to see. Also try and explain to you how these TV programs actually work, so you can get a better idea of how long it could take for this series to start, as in actually be released on TV. So the first thing I want to say though is Harry Potter has come to Netflix. Harry Potter and Fantastic Beasts, which is so blooming, you know, it's just like one of those things that it's taken so blooming long, hasn't it? It's finally arrived to Netflix in the UK and I think EU. We have all Harry Potter films, all 8 Harry Potter films, and the 3, I think it is, Fantastic Beasts films as well. So I have been trying to watch Half-Blood Prince, but I kept being interrupted. Then there's other little things that I've done here. So we've got got, I think I touched on the last episode I did, we touched on cast for the Harry Potter series. Now, there are a couple of things I want to address in here. So one of the rumoured cast for Harry Potter is a boy called Toby Wolfe, who is absolutely adorable. But the picture I showed you of him was him in 2019. Toby Wolfe now is actually 13 years old. Now, it's not unheard of that cast members can actually portray younger people than they actually are. You know, you've got much older generations playing like, I don't know, 10 years, 20 years their junior. However, somebody of that age, I'm a little bit concerned that maybe this was something that was leaked that wasn't meant to be leaked, as in they were just an idea. Now, I'll go over the rest of them now. But for example, Toby Wolfe is 13 years old, same age as my Harry. And I think if they start filming in the next year or so, he's going to be 14, 15 years old, okay? And then when he finishes filming, he'll be 25. Now, again, he could be portrayed much younger than he actually is, but I'm kind of thinking that might be a little bit too old, but I could be wrong. This is all speculation. This is my opinion, my own opinion now. And then we look at Bronte Carmichael, who is apparently rumoured to be playing Hermione Granger. She is actually 14 years old. Now, in the film series, I think Harry was, Daniel Radcliffe, was 11. Hermione was 9 or 10. Ron apparently was the oldest of the three, and then Draco Malfoy, Tom Felton was much older than the other three in the series, in real life. So Hermione, the girl who's rumoured to play Hermione, Bronte Carmichael, is 14 years old. So you're looking at 15, 16 playing a 10, 11-year-old. There are things that you can't fake on TV or film, and that's the way a child looks unless you use deep fake, which can be incredibly expensive. And you've also got Joshua Pickering, who's rumoured to play Ron Weasley. Now, Joshua Pickering, as adorable as they are, Joshua is actually 15 years old. So if he is the choice for Ronald Weasley, he'll be 16 or 17 when they start filming. I think this is a little bit premature for the cast. And I'm wondering if this is literally kind of like a very rumoured cast that has been leaked, or possibly somebody's just come up and said it thinking it was their ideas, and maybe Toby, Bronte and Joshua were actually not chosen at all. Whoever they pick, they will be brilliant, I'm sure. But I'm thinking that is a little bit older, I feel. Maybe not Toby Wolfe because he's 13, but Bronte and Joshua, 14 and 15. I mean, let me know your thoughts, because I still think that might be a little bit too old to play an apparent young child. So then I go to the ideas of ones I forgot to mention in my first video, but my first video was quite a long video, so I think I covered quite a lot in it. And if you haven't seen that video, it's episode 1 of Breaking News with Victoria-Maclean. Check out the link above. Now, I actually did write this down to tell you guys and totally skipped over it by accident. One of my favourite ideas for Dumbledore, Albus Dumbledore, right, is Jared Harris. That is actually Richard Harris's son. Now, he's 61, which in filming times isn't actually that old. So I think if they were going to pick someone, because there was a big thing about it, people wanted him to play Dumbledore in Fantastic Beasts. Now, fair enough, Jared Harris actually looks a lot older, I feel, than he is. But then Richard Harris looked much older than he was as well. And sadly, obviously, we lost him after Chamber of Secrets, devastatingly. But Jared Harris, I thought, would play a brilliant Dumbledore because he is the original Dumbledore's son. He even looks like Richard Harris. He looks like his dad. And what an amazing legacy it would be to have somebody like that playing Dumbledore. You know, I just think that would be amazing. I mean, I think he was about 70 years old, wasn't he, when he played Dumbledore? Richard Harris, I'm not 100% sure. I'd have to look it up. But I love the idea of Jared Harris playing Dumbledore. And you're keeping that connection with the legacy going for the new Harry Potter TV series. Because I did do a poll, and this is another thing. I've got lots to talk about today, so I hope you got a cup of tea and a biscuit. So I did a poll on my YouTube channel a couple of days ago. Who is excited for the new TV show? 288 people voted. Check out my the chat section of my YouTube, the community part of my YouTube, because I do frequently put polls up there for you guys to jump in and to reply and to let me know how you feel. 288 voted. 17% of you said no, you were not looking forward to the TV show. 25% of you said you don't mind the TV show, and 58 of you actually said that you were really excited for the TV show. So that is brilliant news. You won't find any negativity about the TV show on my channel. This is one thing that I have had people saying, that they like the fact that I am very upbeat about the TV series, and that is what you will get here, because I am so freaking excited about the TV series, okay? It's something else for us to get excited about. Hogwarts Legacy, okay, was this year. Hogwarts Legacy, I have finally started playing. I'm a level 15 or 16, I can't remember. I'm very slow because I haven't played a game since, I think, 2003, 2004. So I haven't actually played anything for a long time. And the last time I played something or tried to play something, the boys handed me the remote control during Assassin's Creed. I had to jump off on a building, and I'm scared of heights and couldn't jump off it. So, you know, that's what I'm like. So yeah, I really do love Hogwarts Legacy. I love the fact that it's escapism. It's something else for us to escape into. And I'm literally doing the story part. I'm not playing like, I'm not doing massive fights or anything, because whenever I have to fight someone or kill the spiders or whatever, I just hand the controller to Harry, Daniel or Adam, because I am useless. Absolutely useless. So I hand the controller to them and they take over for me, because I am just crap. I really do need to try, though. Harry did say, Mum, you need to try. This is my 13-year-old now telling me I have to try, you know, so that's what I'm going through at the moment, and that is literally taken over my life. I really love it. I'm very slow, as I said, but I really enjoy playing Hogwarts Legacy. It is brilliant. So another thing that I did write down, and forgot to mention it in the last one, is I'd love to have me and Alima come back for the graphic designers of the Harry Potter TV series. And I don't know what their schedule's like. I know they're incredibly busy. They are ridiculously busy, but it would be wrong to not have the original graphic designers when they're going so strong at the moment. They're not retiring or anything like that. They're not, you know, they're not like, as far as I'm aware, they're not slowing down their business. They are so huge and so brilliant and so fantastically qualified to do this, and so talented. Mirafora and Eduardo are amazing, and they really do. I really hope they come back as the graphic designers for this new Harry Potter TV series. So what I want to talk to you about is, because people don't actually understand how production works. Now, if you look, I have an IMDb. I'll put the link down below for you. I've been in TV for, oh my God, 8 years, I think. I haven't done it for a long time, mind. When I started doing YouTube more regularly, I kind of dropped back on the TV side. I didn't do it as much, and I haven't done it now for, oh my God, when was Stella around? The TV series Stella with Ruth, what's her name? Ruth Jones. And that was the last thing I was in, as far as I'm aware. So I've been in TV for a long time. My daughter works in film, currently now TV. So I want to talk to you about how things actually work. So what I was interested to see was, you've got the release date here that's been rumoured for this new TV series for 25-26, so 2025, 2026. I think, unless they have started filming, or they've started doing the sets, the scripts, the cast are all sorted, I don't think that is going to happen. It's 2023 now, okay? Maybe 2026, but I think 2025 is way too soon. Because what you've got to do, right, this is what I've roughly put down now. This was this morning while I was having my breakfast. Okay, so story first has to be written. At the end of the day, we have the story. We've got the books. Apparently this will honour the books. And if you've read the books, you will know there is a lot of stuff in there that was not in the films, which a lot of us, including myself, are really excited to see, except the long news articles and the letters and all that sort of stuff that you've got to read that I just find so tedious. But that's just me. So we've got the story, which has been done. However, then you have to do the script. Now, Steve Knowles was the first person to do the script for Harry Potter, and he joined forces then with J.K. Rowling, I think, for Fantastic Beasts. So it's possible they may ask him to come back, but he's not young, you know, he's getting up there, but to write scripts, I think he would probably be honoured to be asked to come back. Then we have things like set building and prop design. Now, yes, we already have sets. We have the Harry Potter sets, which they've just opened a new one in Tokyo, a Harry Potter Studios in Tokyo, which looks so weird because it's identical to London. So strange, but they have the most amazing things for sale in Tokyo. Oh my god, I'm so jealous. I wish we could get them delivered over in the UK. I really do. They look amazing. But you've got set building and prop design. Now, prop design, I personally am really hoping that they don't change too much when it comes to the props and the sets. But I understand, you know, there are parts of the sets that weren't mentioned in the film. Like Diagon Alley had way more shops than it shows in the film. You've got so many more things to look at. Knockturn Alley is probably the same. I don't remember much about Knockturn Alley in the books, apart from there was a lot more descriptions in the books, including the Cursed Opal Necklace, because we were actually introduced to the Cursed Opal Necklace in Chamber of Secrets, but we didn't know it was the Cursed Opal Necklace. So then you've got things like the props. I'm hoping the props don't change too much, because people like Noble Collection and Warner Brothers do the most amazing prop replicas. And I want to be able to look at the prop replica and say, oh my god, I've got that. Or the prop they use in the TV series, oh my god, they're using the same. Oh my god, that's amazing. However, financially, yes, that would bring more sales to the shop that produced it, Noble Collection, Warner Brothers. But it would also bring them more money if the TV show's a success and they produced items from the TV show that haven't already been released. So I'm really hoping for either one, for things that are iconic, like things like the Philosopher's Stone and stuff. I don't really see the need to change the way it looks. But I kind of like the idea of having TV show film. But then I don't know. You know, it's one of those things that when it comes to the props, I'm a little bit kind of, it's okay. As long as they produce the items for sale, like Noble Collection and like Warner Brothers have done in the past, then I feel that maybe that would be okay, as long as they are for sale. All of this simultaneously will be working alongside getting the casting. Now, they have announced on social media that there will be open castings for the parts. Not all of them, but for some of them. And they did that for the films as well. That's how the Weasley twins, the Luna Lovegood, you know, they got open castings. I think Lavender Brown, possibly, she was given an open casting as well. So there are things that are possible, that we will hear more about open castings. They will be reaching out to things like drama schools, theatre production companies, schools, casting offices, for people to come forward, and also sharing on social media. So it's not going to be sealed up to just a limited amount of agencies or groups. It will be extended across the UK, I'm assuming the UK. So with a bit of luck, when we see those things, we'll know more about what's going on. And of course, the press is going to be all over this. If they're going to really struggle to actually stop the press from getting hold of some things, because this is going to be watched like a hawk. The second they announce this is the second the press were trying to figure out information. So hopefully, even though I'm not a fan of the press, it will be good for us to be able to see what's going on, because we'll be able to kind of say, okay, well, they're casting for this one now. Those people look kind of like this person, blah, 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 blah. Maybe that means that it isn't ready yet. So filming for the first series could take around 9 months, according to Monica, bless her, she's so good. Filming a TV series and a film is very different. So filming a TV series actually takes a lot longer, even when it has so many episodes. It means that it will be longer. And my cat's meowing to come in. Do you think she can be cast as McGonagall? Do you think? You've been outside? You've got stuff all over your whiskers. She's meowing outside the door, lover. So it takes a little bit longer to film a TV series. And it's not all done like episode 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. What they will do is they will film everything in blocks. If they need to film multiple things at a certain location, perhaps, then it could be episode 4, 7, 9, 2, 3. all in that location all at once, different costume changes and all that sort of thing, and then it will be filmed, then they will continue. So it's not all films like episode 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. They do it literally like all together in clumps, depending on where they're filming and what it's for. So I hope that makes sense to you, because now I've said it out loud, I know what I mean, but I can't get my words out properly. So that around 9 months or less, apparently. So with a bit of luck, we will see things that are going on. And then you've got, apparently each season will be authentic to the original books. And it'll be for a decade, for 10 years. Now, I'm going to say, they're saying it'll be authentic to the books. But I think they're still going to have to take a lot out, because if you think how big Goblet of Fire is compared to Philosopher's Stone. So you got Philosopher's Stone, okay, which is obviously which is my first book, right? Well, this wasn't my first book. My first book's over there. But this one, okay, this has got 223 pages, all right? Took me 2 weeks to read that one. The Goblet of Fire, it's a freaking doorstop, yeah? Big difference in size. Yeah, big doorstop. This has 766 pages. All right, it is a freaking doorstop. Do you know what? I read halfway through that, right, and stopped, because I couldn't deal with it anymore. And it was before the film came out that I finished the rest of it then. But I read all the books before each film came out. But that is a freaking doorstop compared to that one. And they're saying that it's going to be authentic to the books. I think they're going to keep it authentic, but I think they're going to be taking stuff out of the books, as in they're not going to do every single page. With the first book, they will probably, I think. And another thing that I absolutely love the idea of, now this was my idea, and I wrote it to my VAs who loved the idea as well, because they're saying it'll be authentic to the books, right? Wouldn't it be great if we suddenly had, at the beginning of the series, Mr. and Mrs. Dursley of number 4 Privet Drive were proud to say that they were perfectly normal, thank you very much, in Stephen Fry's voice. So he narrated, not all of it obviously like he did with the books, but like said things like that, you know, and all the while we're kind of zooming through number 4 Privet Drive, looking at what the house looks like. Hopefully it'll be no different to what it actually is when you can visit it now in the Warner Brothers studio. I love the idea of Stephen Fry doing a little bit of the narrating. For those of you in America, Stephen Fry was our narrator for the books. I highly recommend that you listen to the British versions, because Stephen Fry's interpretation of the voices is outstanding. He is so good at it. But I would absolutely love that if Stephen Fry did the narrating for the TV series. So when it comes to where this is going to be filmed, we still don't know. There's still kind of like a lot of mystery around it. However, I stated in my last episode that Warner Brothers at Leavesden, Warner Brothers, have brought up a lot of land around Leavesden. And they're rescaping the road, the roundabouts and everything to accommodate all the land that they have bought. Now, it is possible that's for something else, or just because they're expanding. However, they're not going to be able to use the sets in the studios for a TV series, I don't think, unless they're constantly filming at night, because they I think it's around, is it $250,000 per day when they're at full capacity, that they would earn with ticket sales before any cost and stuff coming out. It's about $250,000, I think, a day that they earn through ticket sales. And if they were going to stop that's a lot of their money gone. So I think they're going to be rebuilding the sets in the way of the books, in the descriptions of the books. Not all of them, obviously, because I still think they're not going to be doing the entire books. But it makes sense as to why Warner Brothers have bought up all of that land around Leavesden. And it's a massive amount of land, it really is. And if you drive around part of the lots around, obviously on the main road now, you can see things like King's Landing and stuff. It's really great. So I was just looking at it, like, I'm a huge Game of Thrones fan, right? So it's just in my element driving around there. So that is basically what I have for you, including one of the things I would really love to see, at least if he was part of it, is Stuart Craig. Now, Stuart Craig was the production designer on the Harry Potter films. He was amazing. However, he's 81 years old now. So I think he might be, don't get me wrong, he might be fit as a fiddle. And I really hope he is. But I think that might be a little bit old for him. Or at least if he does Philosopher's Stone and then they move on, then maybe to another set designer, or have him as like an executive set designer or something on the show. All we know for certain is there are a lot of questions that haven't been answered, and I'm trusting that they will be answered. I'm incredibly excited for this TV series. It's an incredibly exciting time for Harry Potter fans all over the world, you know, that they are doing this, that they are creating a new legacy for Harry Potter fans everywhere. And I love that I've been talking to people on social media, which is crazy because it makes me feel really old. When I put up something the other day, it was the anniversary of Hogwarts, the Battle of Hogwarts, in 1998, I think it was, wasn't it? On the 2nd of May. And people were saying, you know, I wasn't even born then. I was only 3 when the Battle of Hogwarts happened. I was the same age they were at that point, you know. Harry, Ron and Hermione were 18. I was 18, you know. So I was the same age. I've grown up with the cast. But it's really creepy to think that you've got these people saying to me, I wasn't even born then. Oh, I remember when so is blah, 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 blah. And I'm thinking, right, okay, I need to stop now. I need to stop you right there because you're reminding me how old I am, yeah. I mean, I'm 43. I know I don't look it, I'm very lucky, but I'm 43 years old. My daughter's 25 this year, my son's 22 this year, Harry's 13, you know. But I love the fact that you've got the younger generation getting excited about this. I mean, where did I go the other day and there was all these little kids dressed up in Harry Potter. Was it at the studio tour? And I was saying to the girls, I said, it's so lovely seeing those kids dressed up as Harry Potter or Hermione Granger or whoever they want to be dressed up as, you know, and they've got the little robes on, little ruby robes, you know, and they got the little glasses and a little wand, and they're so excited about it. And you think this is their time now. It's our time, don't get me wrong, you know, we're excited for this TV show, but it's their time. You've got people, you know, if my kids weren't so stubborn, I'd be a grandmother by now. I really can't wait to be a grandparent, right? I was walking around Disney the other day with Monica, and I was literally going, Mon, look at this. Can you imagine me dressing up in your child in this, you know? And she was like, Mum, just stop it. I'm not having kids for a while. Yeah, I'm trying, it's not happening. But do you know what I mean? It's lovely how we get to share that with them, see the next generation, and then that'll be passed on to their children and their children and their children. It makes me feel so happy that the legacy of Harry Potter will live on forever. And she's trying to get out the door again. Right, do you want to go out? I love the fact that Harry Potter is carrying on, you know, the legacy of it is carrying on. It's beautiful. I'm gutted that Fantastic Beasts was cancelled. I'm gutted it didn't do very well. I wish that they could continue, but they have to think logically about the financial side of it, you know. Is it going to be financially sustainable, suitable to continue a franchise that was struggling? And the cost of making each film was astronomical, you know, the CGI in it must have cost so much money, the deep fakes and so on. And it was such a shame that it couldn't continue. But hopefully with the Harry Potter TV series, they've learned from their mistakes and they will make it so special and so magical. And HBO did such a brilliant job of the reunion, you know, that was so fantastically done. So I cannot wait to see what HBO have in store for us Harry Potter fans when we see this series take flight. It's a legacy that we will look forward to continuing with the franchise. So let me know what you thought of my suggestions and my ideas in the comments below. Remember to stay magical, and I love you guys, and I will speak to you very, very soon. Want to check out more of my content? Take a look at this video right here or this video right here. Don't forget to like and subscribe.